What is up, Knights of Vex? We are back for some more Grand Arena action. We're on to the third round for the second week of the 5v5 season, and this account in particular is having a pretty rough go. Just can't seem to get a win streak. It's like I win, I lose, I win, I lose, so I'm trying to just get some momentum and some consistency. Very tough meta with Gungans. Even though they have quite a bit of counters, if you don't plan for it properly, you're just going to get screwed. So you have to keep in mind every single wall to expect something in the back and have those answers. Because if you overkill something in the front, you're going to just screw yourself. And we don't want to do that. So you have to be really spot on with the counters while also being efficient. So let's head into the game and see where we are with that loss from the previous round. 36-98. Not the best. Not at all. And if we end the season around this rank and if another massive squish happens, we might be on the verge of Kyber 2, which is just not what we want to be at all. Not even close. So, our opponent for today is not Bovo. Now, I have faced this player on their main account before. They actually jumped in on my Twitch chat yesterday and said, we have faced before on the main account, best of luck. So, big shout out to my opponent, supporter of the channel, and looking forward to another match. They are from the Dark Schwartz Legion, and this is their alt account. This is their secondary account. Like, I have 2 accounts in Kyber 1. They have 2 accounts in Kyber 1, so pretty cool. 15.8, not seeing any crazy Relic 10s. There's a single Relic 10 on this roster. That is it. So, they're good. They're good. I mean, not that... Relic 10 is very nice to have, but it's not the end-all, be-all in Kyber 1. It's just, you have to pick the right characters to choose from, and this opponent is not going hard on Relic 10. So, very impressive to be here. Datacrons. Nothing out of this world. It's like they have the right level 9s to compete, but they don't have like a massive amount of quantity like other players. So they're going to have a lot to work with, but I think I'm feeling confident. They don't have the focus Datacrons max for Rotta or Colonel Ward. So this is an alt account, so I have a major advantage. They started their attacks, and I went cheeky with my defense. The ARC Trooper thing didn't hold last round. On my other account, my opponent went against it and only got 55 banners. So if it stripped some banners, that was a win for me. But I changed it up again. I went for some crazy stuff. But I'll show you guys in a second. My front wall was all one shot. I put DTMG, my Hondo, Stranger, Ahsoka, all one tapped. Top wall, I'm not... So, I have to mention, they did tell me that on Twitch they had a game button crash against Cassian, so I feel really bad. It really sucks. This one drop was not because of a defensive legit hold. They lost their buttons, so that is a drop, but it's not a legit drop, so I do feel bad. But this, I had a feeling if I set this team in the back, it was going to do some crazy things. I put Rey, Ben, Barriss, Commander Ahsoka Tano, and Zalbar, and it got me a hold. Now, what I want to try next week is I want to try replacing Barriss possibly with ARC Trooper, because that could be some crazy damage, and I'm hoping that maybe that could be annoying. We'll have to see. Maybe Barriss is essential for like the annoying healing and stuff and the cleansing, but I'm liking this right here. Cat with Rey, I've heard is doing crazy things, and it got me a hold. And I went really crazy and put JMK on defense. JMK on defense with just no version of Ahsoka, so it could shut down Balin. So Balin would have a hard time because there's no Ahsoka. That was my mindset. But it got one tapped. They haven't attacked anything else so far, but their walls. We got to deal with Ufus on defense. Haven't seen them all season long with the Scavenger Rey level 9. That is very scary. Got to think of a non-overkill team for that when they have it with crew. We have Ahsoka with the Colonel Ward Datacron. It's scary, but I'm not too worried about it because if I have the 20% Tomb Raider with Leia, I should be fine. This team is scary. Not a fan of the DTMG squad lately. We do have to deal with Rey, Barriss, and Kenobi with Cal. Very obnoxious. And up top, we have Reva, which I can do Traya. That's no biggie. Cobb, Vanth, Jabba, and Saw Gerrera, which I faced Saw Gerrera last night with a Colonel Ward focused Datacron. One-shot my Sith Eternal Bane. It was disgusting how insane that squad was with the Colonel Ward focused Datacron. I'm probably going to make a short of it because I was literally mind-blown from what happened. But anywho, we got to get this Grand Arena started. We got some Coliseum coming up very soon. Got to do some recordings for that. But hopefully my opponent... Well, I hope they're stuck on Rey. I have a little bit of wiggle room. Not going to rely on it, but let's have some fun and get a W. Alright, Knights, this is going to be a risky battle, but I never get to try against Ufus on defense anymore. I kind of want to find a use for Darth Vader Duels N other than maybe, I don't know. I haven't really used him this season, and he's going to be a beast next season, but if we could figure out something cheaper against Ufus than like Malgus, because Malgus doesn't have the best win rate against this, especially with the Scav Rey level 9, I'd be pretty happy. I have a little bit of wiggle room, like I said. My opponent did drop, but I would like to win. We want to try some things. So they're rocking the turn meter level 3 for light side, so that there's a 40% turn meter boost for probably Scav Rey. The irresistible stun 6, which is scary, and obviously the Rey 9 with high potency, crit chance, defense, and health. I'm going to go with the dark side buff on a basic. Crit damage, health, potency, and crit chance. I start with hatred. The problem is that Malak prevents revives. I'm worried about this 40% turn meter. Scav Rey is at 297 speed, so she probably is going to blow up someone. I think Royal Guard starts with Taunt or Marked, so I don't know if she's going to kill him. She very, very well might, but I do want to try it. I can afford it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so there's... Oh, they're getting triggered already. Okay, hold on. How do I want to do this? Are those counterattacks going to kill me? Okay. Let's go here. I think I fracture Malak. Here. Dude, this is sick. Hold on. This is freaking amazing. If I can get this to work. Dude, this was freaking dope. Can I stall it out for banners at all? That's the question. Because Thrawn does have banner recovery. Let's get a stun. I'm probably not going to be able to recover banners. I don't think there's any way. There's no, like protection recovery or anything like that. I'm just going to go with the basic. Yeah. Well, it's not the prettiest by any means. It's not. But here's the positive. If there's no 20% turn meter cron, I think we're actually okay. Because my Mara Jade's pretty fast. Gonna outspeed their whole team. Maul is kind of scary with his frenzy, but I could totally see that being something really good for like a free-to-play account. If anyone is struggling against Ufus, don't think I need the highest relic Darth Vader Duels N. I think he could perform fine at 5-star, relic 3 or something. Royal Guard tanked the big hit from Scav Rey. Really happy that worked. That's a sick win. The fracture from Thrawn is nice, and yeah. Gets me out of a little bit of a pinch. Okay, Rey is going to be next, and I freaking hate Rey this season. She's so difficult to get through. If I can't one-shot this with this, then I'm in real danger. And I don't have quite as strong of the datacron than on this account than my other account, so it's just dicey. Rocking Rey, Ben, Cal, Kenobi, Varys. Wordy resistance, Rey 9, 264% defense, and 35% health. It's picture perfect. But I'm going with Queen Amidala with a bulk cron, with crit damage, health, little protection, offense, and crit chance. My other account is like a 60% health cron with high crit damage. It's so much better. Kind of like C-3PO here. I tried it yesterday. It actually worked out very well. He gets like pretty increased stats to your team. So maybe that is a good thing. I wish I had General Skywalker, but I don't think we're going to be able to get through the sides in time before the first ult. I can't picture it, especially with the slow cow. Or a weak cow going first is what I meant to say. Because they just get going. No one's in damage immunity. Alright, there's the damage immunity. I need Kenobi to take a turn. Okay, can I get rid of Kenobi? Okay, that's somewhat helpful. I have to deal with one less instance of damage, so I don't think I'll get blown up. Unfortunately, her turn meter was removed. Let's do this here. Probably was a waste of a move. I'm okay with that to increase cooldowns on Ben. Okay. We're alive. We are alive. Staying alive. Gotta get rid of Cal. He's major threat. He's in damage immunity. Big AoE. Double damage immunity. Get rid of you. If possible. C-3PO is very, very good. Big fan of him right now. And honestly, he might need a new home regardless because of the new Star Killer. Wow, big fan of C-3PO. Let's do this here. There's no way she's gonna kill us with only 2. Yeah, a lot better. If I didn't kill General Kenobi, we could have been in some danger. Wow, that was the first time they were both in damage immunity. Doing pretty good on time. Perfect. Also, I like the Confuse. It's actually pretty strong. C-3PO is a great character. But come on, Ben, you gotta take a turn. You gotta take the jerk turn. I wanna get some banners back. Will this be full banners? There we go. Very nice. So, the big question I have, if Kat's on this team, will this perform the same? If Commander Ahsoka Tano, if ARC Trooper is present, will Queen Amidala be able to survive an opening ult with all the members still alive? That's the biggest question. That's the question of the day. I'm very happy my opponent didn't set ARC Trooper or Kat, but made Queen Amidala possible. Was able to keep my General Skywalker on defense with Stranger. C-3PO has a new home. Very powerful. I like the Confuse. I like the assist. And Ki-Adi-Mundi is doing great things as well. So, this was a good one. Time for round 3 against DTMG. The first one was ugly. The second one was great. Let's hope the third one is good too. Not as scary because there's no TIE Fighter pilot. I don't think you should set this without TIE Fighter pilot. That's where the real scary damage comes from. They are rocking Night Trooper and Death Trooper Peridia with Scout Trooper and regular Moff Gideon with the Focus Datacron. I do think this is kind of a waste. I don't think that DTMG is that powerful of a squad without all the extra characters getting the bonuses, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out. I'm going to go with Bo-Katan, going defense to offense level 6, the damage immunity 3, with crit damage, potency, crit chance, and offense. I think we just blow them up. There's no revives. There's no Snowtrooper commando or commander in here. Obviously, Night Trooper's going to hit hard. They're going to have a big speed advantage. This is why you never speak too soon. I guess you can't underestimate Night Trooper. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Please. 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 I can't. Vex was wrong. Vex was wrong. Can Bo-Katan assist, please? Now my banner recovery is shot because I lost my character. That was ridiculous. This has not been the most efficient Grand Arena at the moment. You're gonna just steal more banners from me. I'm telling you, this team is gross. 59, come on. Oh. Wow. Well, I was wrong. It is scary. I thought it'd be way scarier with Snowtrooper Commander in there. Way scarier. But looks like Scout Trooper and Moff Gideon are doing some pretty good turn meter manipulation stuff and cleansing and all that. So, yeah, if I'm in a pinch and I need max banners, it's just not comfortable. Not comfortable by any means. Maybe when you don't have the other characters in there, maybe Sith Empire is going to be your better option against this team. Possibly. I think Malgus and Malak can tank those hits. But the AoEs from Death Trooper Peridia could be pretty scary. And Night Trooper, those double AoE characters. But if I don't drop today, I'll be fine. But it's not my most happy performance. Not by any means, but we'll take it. And for the final team on the bottom wall, it's Ahsoka, and Leia has been my counter all season long because of this level 3. They are rocking a very overpowered focus Datacron with Colonel Ward because the stats are insane. Crit damage, health, offense, critical damage. Perfect for any team in this game. It's so strong. But as long as I can cheese it, I'm going to be fine. So we're going with a turn meter level 3 for light side. The cooldown reduction for resistance 6. I have to re-roll this for the 3rd week. Defense, very high, almost 150%. A little bit of health, protection, crit chance. Not a lot of damage stats, but I think we're going to be fine. I haven't timed out against it yet. Have not lost against it yet. So, always pass the R2. Everyone goes under stealth. Okay. Go for some burning because they have tenacity down. And there goes that. There's backup plan, but we can kill the characters with exile. I'm thinking we're going to go for Sabine first because she has no defense down. Probably, we might not be able to kill her off the rip because of the stats. Yep. But at least Ezra's, like, not in a massive scary threat with the exile because it's on Jin. Just get rid of her. Freaking tanky. Alright, Ezra, what are you going to do? Okay. Let's just do this on Leia. Okay, that's one. I think General Syndulla is going to be next. Can I stun you? Very nice. R2, good stuff. We're going to pop ult ASAP. Go for the basics here. Pop it. Cool beans. Protect everybody. I don't think I could have targeted anybody else there. I didn't have call to action. Pop. There we go. Yeah. I think putting the focus Datacron of wards on Ahsoka is... I'm not going to say it's a waste, but it's still beatable by the same thing. You want to put it on teams where it causes you to be like, why isn't this counter working kind of thing. Alright, I have to align it perfectly. Which I think is going to happen. We go here. Gotta hit her 3 times. We're going to go past the Drogon. He's going to do the middle. And that removes perfect defense and her protection. Cool. Not the protection up, but her protection. Gives her ambush. There we go. Alright, let's see. How do I want to do this? Fortunately, it just strips the banners. I cannot recover the banners. It's going to be a 64. Yeah, she wasn't at full health. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but that's the one thing about this strategy that's kind of annoying, is that getting the banners back on Jin is hard because of exile. I don't think she can recover health and protection on abilities that aren't from her. So you're stuck in that 63, 64 type of scenario. So those 2 banners could end up costing you in a tight matchup. But it's better than dropping to Ahsoka at the same time. With that, we're at 497, which is absolutely horrible. Without a drop, that's literally terrible. So that was 5 banner drops there. That was 2 here, and this was horrible. 6 banner drops. So in a Kyber 1 standpoint where it's really tight, that's just not going to cut it. Ooh, we got some spots at back wall. We got Kylo back there with no crew. It's with Rey. And I don't have Kenobi. Kenobi was on defense. So I'm going to be fine because I still have Bane. If I used Bane, I'd be in trouble. So if there was any situation where they put a certain GL up there where I was going to get fooled and I didn't have Bane for Kylo, I'd have to do some risky stuff like Lord Vader or something really, really hard. But I think I'm going to be fine. I knew I had to save some characters for the back, and I think it paid off for me. So let's get through this back wall and hopefully no drops. Against Kylo, we don't take any chances. We go for certain counters because he is that hard to get through. Satele does work here, but I need Satele for Stranger. So we're going Bane with Malak. Just like a throwback from the old Focus Datacron with Darkseid Rey. This was the combo. They're rocking the Evade 3 for Darkseid, which is interesting, not the best. And the increased critical damage. I wonder if that could be a problem. I don't think it will, but we'll find out. Darkseid Rey 9 with Protection, Potency, and Critical Chance. Just going with the Colonel Ward Focus Datacron because the stats are insane for Bane. Like, literally perfect for Bane. Lots of health, crit damage, offense, and even the defense is phenomenal. I think that Malak still goes down no matter what, but it's really good. Just need Malak to take a turn. Now we can start to get rid of some people. I think Bane gets feared. I think we're okay. Bye, team. Or most of the team. Maybe Malak lives. Maybe. I also do not want any crazy siphoning off my Bane, because I don't want him to remove his accuracy. It's another ult. Wow, look at Malak's damage. They both live there. That's sick. So the efficiency is spot on. We had technically full protection on both units, and one of them wasn't at full health. So that's great. Guys, that's awesome. I think that Bane Malak is a great combo for taking out Kylo. And if you can get both to live, because if you have a very powerful Datacron with all those stats, that gives you a little bit back the banners that I lost. So I will take that. I freaking love Bane and Malak. They're such a fun combo. Sick win. Okay, so we're going to go on to Stranger next, and with the General Skywalker in here, it causes complications for Stranger or for Satele because of the cooldown increase on General Skywalker's abilities with all your characters. Could cause issues, but we're going to do it because I'm not too worried with the Basticron. It gives us a really good turn meter advantage. They have the protection gain level 3 for healer and the defense to offense for attacker 6 with very high crit damage and some protection. Not a lot of tanky stats. Satele's going to be pretty fast. So I think that if you really want this to work well, you got to have Satele pretty fast. She's at 320 speed on this account. If she's kind of low in speed and can't outspeed General Skywalker, then you're in some issues. So if you look at Gas's speed, he's at 302. That's pretty fast. I think he's going to outspeed. He might. But at the same time, with this turn meter level 9 for Basti, we might be okay. When this goes away, it's going to be tricky. Rocking the bulk 3, the damage reduction 6 for Old Republic, Bastila Shan 9, highest protection crown I have at almost 50%, good crit damage, health, potency, and tenacity. All really good stats for the team. So let's see how this turn order goes. Okay, so this is going to work out good because, again, we get a turn meter advantage, so it helps. Without that turn meter advantage, it's not good. So when I go here, oh, he is going to actually increase some cooldowns. That's actually not that good. Wow, look at that. All right, hold on. It ain't over yet, but I think that this is going to be helpful. Yeah. So why are we... This is like the strangest Stranger battle I've ever done. And it's never gone this way. Let's go for a heal. I'm not sure if it's going to be considered full. It might not. I'm trying to stall for another ability from Satele. Ooh. That's not going to kill, is it? It is. Damn, we lost a banner. That's okay. They were modded for the Datacron had some crazy high critical damage. I think that's the thing. I think if you're going to run General Skywalker here, you got to mod him pretty fast, like over 300 speed. Because with the Star Killer unique, the Stranger speed gain, you just want them to be fast. And if they can do a beginning cooldown increase, you're just done. Absolutely done. So, if you're trying to get that counter to work, once the Basticron goes away, mod your General Skywalker to be lightning fast. It will help you. Alright, Knights, I completely forgot I took Gungans off of defense this round. I don't know why I did. I think it's because my Boss Nass was too slow compared to their Great Mothers, so I didn't want to have them taken out by Great Mothers, so I brought them on offense. I have to increase his speed for the next week. So we're going to bring in Gungans against Jabba. They're rocking the Focus Datacron for Rotta the Hutt, so the stats are going to be great, but this should be a record fast battle. I mean, this is going to be insane. I'm rocking the defense, the offense, my highest offense cron, 34%, a little crit damage, some potency. Overall, pretty good stats, but nowhere near my last opponent. They had like 100% critical damage on the cron. You just wait. You'll see. I'm not worried. Okay, ready? 1x speed. Look what this does. If this doesn't kill, then the Torpals will. Alright, that didn't do a lot, but right here should be insane. Wow, I guess the stats are kind of helping them, but they're gonna go down very, very soon. Go here. Alright, they're very close. There we go. I guess the Focus Datacron kind of makes them tanky with the defense, but we're still fine. Let's just go here. You should not come back from this. Or you will. Go for a basic. Nice. Go here. Perfect. Go over here. And I'm getting a call from my boss mid-video. Hold on one sec. My bad, guys. When I get a call from my boss, who's the president of a pretty big company, I kind of got to jump on that. So, had to mute for a second. I never usually do that, but in that situation, I really didn't have a choice. But that was a breeze. That wasn't that bad. 65 banners against Jabba. Gungans, if you don't have them modded that fast and you're worried about Great Mothers, they're an awesome tool on offense, and they can get you out of a really tough jam and get 65 banners. So, good stuff. I kind of want some payback from last night after what this team did to me, so we're going to use Rotta solo against Saw Gerrera with Luthen and Leia. They're rocking a support grit level 6, the ability block 3 for tanks, high crit damage, protection, health, and offense. We're going with Rotta's Focus Datacron, pure insane stats. This should not be hard. If Rotta's soloing GLs, he should be able to solo this. We're immune to cooldown increase, I believe, so that does nothing. I wonder if the stagger was supposed to trigger the turn meter removal. That's going to be a bonus turn, and they're probably all going to die. Or a majority. It's a lot of heal over times. Oh, is that grit? Is that why? Yeah, that's a 69. That's a weehoo in this in the ballpark. So, really solid. Yeah, if you until this guy is fixed, it's hard to put him on defense because if your opponent just brings Lord Vader, it's so free. It's so free, and you don't want your Rotta that you've just worked hard on getting, and you have his Focus Datacron to get taken out that easily by Lord Vader. I know Lord Vader's considered an expensive GL, but in the meantime, he's going to be a solo machine on offense for me and just get really high banner wins. Next up is going to be Cobb Vanth, and I took Kylo off of defense to replace with the JMK Cat combo kind of thing. So I was like, you know what, let's bring him on offense and see what I can do. Cobb Vanth is next. They're rocking the Crit Avoid level 3 for tanks, Grit for supports, and the Chief Nebit level 9 with high potency, crit damage, health, and protection. I'm rocking a 3-man with crew, no hucks, buffs on a basic, already First Order 6, and the crew 9 with protection, health, lots of defense, and crit chance. Not a lot of offensive stats, but I think that the Datacron itself is just going to overpower them. We have anti-revive, so Cobb Vanth is definitely going to have better days. Not overly concerned with the thermals on us. Pop ult, she's going to get a cooldown reset. Who do I want to stun? You, because you have cooldown or a cleanse. Oh, I forgot. I have to kill with Kylo, right? I'll go for a stun. Or just go for that. Reset another cooldown. Can I get one more Rey turn? That's what I wanted. Yep. 67. Perfect, perfect, perfect. How do I describe this? The more I learn in all my accounts of trying in Kyber 1, the meta right now just seems to be super efficiency. Not saying that every single meta isn't, but it just seems like there's no unbeatable team. You just have to outpoint your opponent, but like by super sweaty means. It's not like you're going to try to set a defensive team and get massive holds. Like the Rey Cat team is phenomenal. It will be very annoying, but if you bring Kylo against it, it's probably going to be a win if you underman it. So, not bad. I'm not trying to be super uber try hard efficient right now, but sometimes that's the name of the game. Going for some more efficiency, so we're going to take on Master Mace in the back. I have quite a bit remaining. I'm not going to be able to use all of these squads today, which is insane. But that's Kyber right now. Master Mace. They are rocking the protection up level 3 with health, crit damage, offense, and potency. I'm going in Underman with Lord Vader and Appo with the max health damage 6, health, crit chance, crit damage, and offense. I wonder who gets captive. Is it my character or my spawn? It's my character. But watch this. They should all go down. Yeah, that's the power of Lord Vader with his Datacron. I'm sure he could have soloed this, honestly. This is so easy. That's how strong this Datacron is. Isn't that crazy? 67 again against Master Mace. You don't really get that often with other GLs. So once this Datacron is here, it's going to do big things. Wait till next season with Empire. You're going to see Lord Vader doing some crazy things. I cannot wait to come out with my Datacron video because I really think that there is no weak level 6 for Empire. And even all the level 9s are going to have a crazy use. I am really looking forward to the next set because Empire is such a big faction. There's so much you can do. There's so much to work with. It's super exciting. So Lord Vader is great this season. Going to be a powerhouse next season. Call me crazy, right? I have so much wiggle room. I have so much I could use here that I want to do a test for efficiency. I want to see if Traya can underman Reva at all. I have so much backup in case this fails. I am not worried. I have Ufus. I have Inquisitor Mirror Match. I have Jabba that could be... I mean, it's not going to be the best banners, but I have things to work with to get through this squad. So I'm going to try a Traya underman against Reva to see if it's possible with the support cron. They're rocking the health and protection recovery on a Dazer stun with crit chance, potency, protection, tenacity, and health. I'm going Traya, Nihilus, Savage with the wordy support cron 6 with the grit, protection, health, crit damage, offense, and potency. This is either the biggest big brain efficiency or the dumbest thing in the world. We'll see. Hopefully Traya takes a turn. She's going to heal everybody. She didn't. Inquisitor Barris is done. Okay, there's the death mark on him. That's not the best. Traya has not taken a turn. Let's just get rid of Grand Inquisitor. Savage having death mark is not good. But this is working. You can underman Traya. You can underman Reva with Traya this season. That's crazy. Look at that crit damage. Yep. Why bring in a full squad of 5 when you don't need to? This was awesome. It's good to know in those tight matchups. That's crazy. 67 on Reva with Inquisitor, or with Traya. That's awesome. So, as bad as that bottom front wall was, because it was bad. It was not pretty by any means. We probably came back a little bit with some of the banners. We're at 14-13, so I was expecting to be way worse. Way, way worse, but we really made a comeback with some of that banner recovery. So now all we have to do is get through ships, and that's should be a 2-1 for the week. So we're going to do Leviathan, Profundity, home 1, nice and quick. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Really fast battle. Okay, go here. I feel like I'm the only player that uses home 1 on offense. But I just think they're so good efficiency-wise. And that should be a kill. Yep. They're just so good. Like, it's a free 76. I don't feel like I can get high banners with Executor on offense, so I don't really like to do it. They don't have Marauder here, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why there's no Marauder, but maybe in the reinforcement slot, make it a little bit more tricky. Who knows? I still think I just go for Anakin. Even though we got a dodge and no assist. Let's see what happens. There, the assist. Come on. That's what I wanted. Who's gonna come out? Is it Marauder? Low. Where's Marauder? I get an assist? No. Come on. Again. Get rid of Anakin. They're probably gonna do the Mass Swarm, but with no Marauder, it's not gonna do that much. It did decent. We get some crits. Thank you. Am I close to my contract? Not quite. Almost there. No Marauder still. Where's Marauder? Alright, so this one took a minute. I mean, we're getting some good assists now. I mean, you want to just... You want to be efficient. You want to go Underman. And if you remove the capital ship, you get that extra banner. So, we're trying our best for the uber-efficient plays. 77. Now, to end it, we're going to do Leviathan, Underman against Home 1. Thankfully, this season, I haven't seen too many Leviathans on defense, which is kind of like the coin flip for the match. I don't understand. Wait, whoa. Wait, what? That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. I don't think I've seen all 5 come out like that before. That's wild. I don't think I've seen that. That was crazy. Okay. Trying to make this a 77. No heal yet. If I steal home 1, maybe I get the heal really quick. If it gives me that bonus turn. Yep. Okay, heal. It might count it. It might be. I think it's going to be 75. 70. 76. Okay. We got 177 and 276. With that score, is that 1850 something? 1862. So, the fact that we got that kind of score with this kind of bottom wall is pretty good because we got 60 banners. Even though it was fun to figure out that it works, in a tight matchup, you might want to be a little cautious. Like I said, if there was no Terminator Chron on Rey, it'd be a lot easier. She just got, went out ahead. Malak's assist. I think Royal Guard is definitely clutch there, being able to tank that big hit. So Royal Guard doing really good things for Darth Vader Duels End. That, to me, is going to be one of the highlight battles on offense because we were having a lot of issues figuring out where Darth Vader Duels End can place in the meta. Ufus are a very tough team regardless, and you don't want to have to overkill it with the Galactic Legend. A lot of times, players are in that little bit of a hot spot and pickle where they don't know what to use against it that's not overkill. So if Darth Vader Duels End can be consistent with that counter, with not a crazy Datacron, when they have a faction, like a level 9 Datacron for the team, like that, that's really good. My biggest question is, will it work with Cal in the squad? But still very, very powerful. This DTMG squad is definitely something I overlooked in the beginning of the season. They are very powerful. Liking C-3PO on Rey, big fan of that. Everything else, pretty easy, We went with really good efficient counters. Bane, Malak both worked. And a highlight on defense, guys, if you aren't aware, you are now aware that Commander Ahsoka Tano with Rey is even better than ARC Trooper. Can't imagine what it's like if I replace maybe Barriss with ARC and they all survive the beginning. That could be a pretty dangerous combo. So that's going to be a 2-1 start for the week, or a 2-1 finish for the week. And hopefully next week is a 3-0 because I have to catch up to my ult account. My ult account is actually climbing way higher than this account, which is crazy because that's a free-to-play account and this is a spend account. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video a ton. If you did, drop a like, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe for more content from your boy, and I'll catch you guys in the very next one. May the Force be with you all. Peace.